Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are reading from the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 10, Prahlad, the best among exalted devotees, text 49. Sarva ayam brahma mahat finrishya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya suritva kalamatuleya. Atmah aniyo vidin kitkoscha. Sava ayam brahma mahat vimrishya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya suritva kalumatuleya. Atmah aniyo vidikit koscha. Sava ayam brahma mahat vimrishya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya suritva kalumatuleya. Atmar aniyo vidikit koscha. Please repeat. Savaham Brahma Mahat Vinriya. Kaivalya Nirvana Sukhanubhuti. Priya Suratva Kalamatuleya. Atmaraniyo vidikit kosha. Savayam brahma mahat vihya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya suritva kalumatuleya. Atmaraniyo vidikit kosha. Mataji, please. Savayam brahma mahat vinihya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya suritva kalamatuleya. Atmaraniyo vinihit kosha. Savayam brahma mahat vinihya. Kaivalya nirvana sukhanubhuti. Priya Suritva Kalamatulia Atma Raneo Vidikit Kosham. So that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Va also, I am this Brahma, the impersonal Brahman, which is an emanation from Krishna, Mahat, by great personalities, Vimrikhya, searched for, Kaivalya, oneness, Nirvana Sukha, of transcendental happiness, Anubhuti, the source of practical experience, Priya, very, very dear, Surit, well-wisher, Va, of you, Kalu, indeed, Matuleya, the son of a maternal uncle, Atma, exactly like body and soul together, Aranya, worshipable, because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vidikat, yet he serves you as an order carrier. Guru, your supreme advisor. Cha, as well. Translation and purport by Abhay Charanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. The impersonal Brahman is Krishna himself, because Krishna is the source of the impersonal Brahman. He is the origin of transcendental bliss sought by great saintly persons, yet he, the Supreme Person, is your most dear friend and constant well-wisher, and is intimately related to you as the son of your maternal uncle. Indeed, he is always like your body and soul. He is worshipable, yet he acts as your servant and sometimes as your spiritual master. Purport. There is always a difference of opinion about the absolute truth. One class of transcendentalists concludes that the absolute truth is impersonal, and another class concludes that the absolute truth is a person. In Bhagavad Gita, the absolute truth is accepted as the Supreme Person. Indeed, that Supreme Person himself, Lord Krishna, instructs in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmano ipatishtanam, and Mata parataram nanyat. The impersonal Brahman is my partial manifestation, and there is no truth superior to me. That same Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, acted as the supreme friend and relative of the Pandavas. And sometimes he even acted as their servant by carrying a letter from the Pandavas to Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Because Krishna was the well-wisher of the Pandavas, he also acted as guru by becoming the spiritual master of Arjuna. Arjuna accepted Krishna as his spiritual master, Sisyastiham Sadimam Tvam Papanam. And Krishna sometimes chastised him. For example, the Lord said, Asyoshan avachoshan tvam prahyavadam sabhasase. While speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. The Lord also said, Kutastva kasmalam idam vishame samupastitam. My dear Arjun, how have these impurities come upon you? Such was the intimate relationship between the Pandavas and Krishna. In the same way, a pure devotee of the Lord is always with Krishna through thick and thin. His way of life is Krishna. This is the statement of the authority of Sri Narada Muni. The verse once again. Sarvayam Brahma Mahat Vimrihyam Kaivalya Nirvana Sukhanubhuti Priya Suritva Kalama Tuleya Atma Ranayo Vidikrit Krishna. The impersonal Brahman is Krishna himself, because Krishna is the source of the impersonal Brahman. He is the origin of the transcendental bliss sought by great saintly persons. Yet, the Supreme Person is your most dear friend and constant well-wisher, and intimately related to you as the son of your maternal uncle. Indeed, he is always like your body and soul. He is worshipable yet he acts as your servant and sometimes as your spiritual master. Om Ajnana Timrandasya Janansala Shalakaya Shakshun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutalam Svamrupkadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeyam Shiro Shiyuda Padakamalam Shirum Vaishnavam Sha Shirupam Jagajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savdutam Parjana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalita Shivishakam Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jatpate Gopesha Kopra Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaura Devinda Vanashri Vishavana Sutadevi Pranamama Haripriya Vankha Kalpta Visha Kripa Sindhu Visha Padam Pavanabhyo Vaishnabhyo Namo Namo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shiva Sati Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamane Namaste Saraswata Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Srinyavadi Paskatyai Desatarane Srila Prabhupada Ki. Narada Muni is glorifying here the Pandavas, telling them you have this intimate personal relationship with Krishna. Because Lord Nrsingadeva appeared for Prahlad to appease Prahlad Maharaj, to protect him when he was in danger. But Narada Muni said, oh, this Krishna is always with you. You are living with him. He acts as your servant. So that brings up the point that, what with our relationship with Krishna, that we see this deep relationship. Unless we have a relationship with Krishna, a relationship of devotion, we cannot really understand who Krishna is. Krishna says in 11:54 to Arjuna, after having shown the universal form, which Arjuna did not like, because he could not have a relationship with that form. Then Krishna shows again his two-armed form, and he says, this form you can only know as I'm standing before you by Ananya Bhakti, pure devotional service. That is the way to understand the deeper reality of the absolute truth. In the Bhagavatam it is said, Vadanti tat vavitas tatvam jnanam advayam pameti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sapyate. The Vedantis, the learned men, they concluded that the absolute truth has three aspects: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. But without devotion you cannot understand how Bhagavan is a full manifestation of the absolute truth, and it's the source of Paramatma and Brahman. In the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, at the end, he concludes the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna says there, now Arjuna, I will tell you confidential knowledge. And he says, Brahma Bhuta Prashanatmana Shoshti Nakankshati Samasarvesha Bhutsi Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. He says, yes, that confidential knowledge is Brahma Bhuta. It's a spiritual platform where one is peaceful, one does not lament anymore, one does not hanker for anything in this world. That's the Brahman realization. But then Krishna says to Arjuna, now I will tell you more confidential knowledge. And he gives Arjuna more confidential knowledge. Ishvara sarva bhutanam, Ishvara sarva bhutanam, Hridesharyona tishtati brahmayam sama bhutanam, yantarudayi mayaya. So he says, yes, I'm the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone's heart. And that's the realization of the yogis when they attain perfection. Most don't get that perfection, because you need already a little of devotion to get that perfection. So that's the next level of realization. The first level of realization is, God is energy, spiritual energy. But then the next level is the absolute truth is the controller of everything. It's Paramatma in our heart. It makes our heart beating. It makes our digestion go. Sarvashyam Hridishan Vishtamata Smitiranamapamsu. He organizes that we get remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. That's a higher understanding. But it's not a full understanding of the absolute truth. Then Krishna comes to states to Arjuna, now I will give you the most confidential knowledge. That most confidential knowledge, man mana bhavamad bhakto machi mam namaskar mama vishya satyam te pratichoya priyosime. That's always think of me. And when you always think of me, Bhavamat Bhakta, then you become my devotee. And what do you do when you become a devotee of the Lord? Majjai, then you worship the Lord. So then Sarva Dharmam Prichya Mamakam Sramvacham Tvam Sarvapabhyam Ksishya Matjva. That's the highest knowledge, surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because He is the source of Paramatma and Brahman. So, that understanding must be firmly established, being established in the heart of a devotee. Otherwise, we don't know who Krishna is. We need the right understanding who Krishna is. Otherwise, you cannot have a proper relationship with Krishna. That relationship with Krishna means becoming attached to Krishna. Attachment to Krishna. In 4.3 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, I will tell you again this knowledge which is being broken to the parampara, but you can understand it because you are my devotee, you are my friend. These are the qualifications to understand transcendental knowledge. Then Baladev Vidyabhushan, he writes in the purport of that verse, yes, there was mutual attachment between Krishna and Arjuna. They were mutually attached to each other. It's very, very sweet. That mutual attachment. That attachment appears from the Mahabharata, from the Bhagavad Gita, of course. When the Kurus and the Pandavas decided to have the war, the battle of Kurukshetra, then Arjuna had the idea, let me go to Krishna and ask him at which side Krishna would fight. And Duryodhana had the same idea. And they came at the house very early in the morning of Krishna, and Krishna was still sleeping. And they went to his bedroom, and Duryodhana was thinking it was taking place just at the face of Krishna. He was thinking, if Krishna wakes up, then he will see him first and ask, oh, Duryodhana, why you have come? What can I do for you? So that was in the mind of Duryodhana. But at the end of Arjuna was standing at his feet. Now, when Krishna woke up, he did not look at the right. He was looking straight before him and saw Arjuna. And he said, Arjuna, I'm happy to see you. Why did you come? What can I do for you? Well, Arjuna explained about the battle, upcoming battle. And he said, we are wondering at whose side you will fight, the Kurus or the Pandavas. And Krishna said, yes, I will fight. I will give my army to one side, and I will fight at the opposing side. And he said, Arjuna, what do you want? Do you want me, or do you want my army? And Arjuna immediately said, I want you, Krishna. And Duryodhana became very happy. He said, now I get the whole army from Krishna. Victory is assured, he was thinking. But that's the relationship between Arjuna and Krishna. This mutual attachment is there. That Krishna is conquered by our love. That he doesn't want, it is not interested in the things we are offering to him. It's all already his. Everything belongs to Krishna. He's interested in one ingredient, bhakti, love. We see that also in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says to Arjuna, yes, even a little endeavor on this path of Bhakti Yoga will protect you against the greatest danger. That please, Arjun, proclaim it to everyone. That but Baladev Vidyabhushan, he puts some lines between the Gita verses to bring it alive. And then Arjun answers Krishna, you ask me to proclaim the glories of bhakti? Why are you not doing it yourself? And Krishna replies, Oh Arjun, I'm for Mathura, and those for Mathura, they are known as cheaters. But they will never cheat those who they love. And that's very beautiful. Krishna says, I will not cheat those who love me. I will not cheat my devotees. That in 725 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, yes, that Nam prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavita. He says, yes, I'm not everyone. To those who are not my devotees, I do not manifest myself. I cover them with my maya, yoga maya. I cover them, their intelligence. They cannot know me. So Krishna is covered. And nobody can go to these coverings unless one becomes his devotee and has an intimate relationship with him. In Shirsa Upanishad, the devotee is praying, please, my Lord, I want to know you. Take away your effulgence. So, this relationship with Krishna was offering respect to Yudhishthira Maharaj because he was older, senior, not so much, but he was senior, and he offered him respect. So our relationship with Krishna is eternal. What's the difference between us and Krishna? Krishna explains in the 4th chapter. He says to Arjuna, you and me have gone to many, many births. But what's the difference? I am not changing body, Arjuna, but you are changing bodies, and therefore you forget. So we have got so many relationships. Are we still concerned with our father and mother in our previous life? No, you forgot about it. So many lifetimes, so many fathers, mothers, we all forgot about these relationships. It's all gone. And today, our family, we take these relationships very serious. But soon it's finished. Our only real relationship is with Krishna. And that's eternal. So we see that Krishna came and acted even as the guru of Arjuna. He was guiding him, he was correcting him. And at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says to Arjuna, did you understand everything? Is your illusion now gone? Krishna was prepared to repeat the whole Bhagavad Gita again, just for the benefit of his devotee. That means that's a committed associate. So devotional service means developing or reviving our relationship with Krishna and live in that relationship with Krishna. If we don't live in our relationship with Krishna, if we don't see that Krishna is the doer in this world, if we think ourselves the doer of activities, we cannot develop this relationship. Human life is not meant for achieving things in this world. Human life is meant for realizing who we are, reviving our dormant love for Krishna, a relationship for Krishna. Who amongst you has ever prayed to Krishna? I think every one of us. You prayed to Krishna, and did Krishna fulfill your desire? Did Krishna protect you? Think that it means that Krishna is always there. And how do we get to know Krishna? By hearing about Krishna, by hearing this Bhagavatam, that this Pandavas have this extraordinary relationship with Krishna, but we can also develop our relationship with Krishna. That if one attains Ananya Bhakta, which Krishna gives rarely, it's Sudurlava, very rare, because in Nectar of Devotion says one who attains prema will control Krishna. Therefore Krishna does not give it cheaply. But just the process of Krishna consciousness is a process of cultivating attachment to Krishna. And that starts with putting Krishna in the center of our lives. Materialistic life means I put myself in the center. Spiritual life means I'm putting Krishna in the center. But we cannot do that at once. We have to go to the via medium of the spiritual master. So first, put Srila Prabhupada in the center. That's very characteristic to ISKCON. Wherever you go and you speak with a devotee and you ask them, do you have a relationship with Srila Prabhupada? They will say, yes, I have a relationship with Prabhupada. Our relationship we cultivate by hearing from Prabhupada. It's through this relationship that we come to this point of developing attachment for Krishna, because that's the instructions of the spiritual master. Help us to become attached to Krishna. And such a devotee, like the Pandavas, is very rare. That does not mean that we cannot attain this position of attachment to Krishna. Although the Bhagavatam says, Mukti mama pasidanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prasantatma koti shapi mahamune. It says, yes, muktanam api sidanam, among many who have attained mukti, liberation, one may become a siddhi, may become perfect in liberation. And among thousands of persons who have attained its liberation, it says koti, millions of such persons. Narayana Parayana, one may become a devotee of Krishna, of Narayana. Very rare. The Sadurlabha Prashantaksma, such peaceful persons, very rare. Koti Japa Mamuni, among millions of great persons. But this relationship with Krishna is unique. When I became attracted to the devotees and wanted to follow in their footsteps, and I was reading Bhagavad Gita, I was thinking, if Krishna is God, Krishna is a blue coward boy. Why don't they have this realization in other religions? There are so many Muslims, Christians. Why don't they have that realization? This verse explains. Muktinam apisidanam. Among millions and millions of those who have become perfect in the knowledge of liberation. Where is the knowledge of liberation in all these other religions? It's just not there. They think they are the body, that's all. The soul is a part of the body. No knowledge. If you don't know that you are a spirit soul, how can you attain liberation? No, it's not possible. Even if you know, you must have the knowledge to attain liberation. And that's also not there. Therefore, they can never know the depth of the absolute truth, enter this confidential knowledge so we cultivate this relationship by hearing about Krishna. Hearing means start to see the hand of the Lord in everything. Not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord. How do we cultivate that? By hearing. Narada Muni is speaking to Yudhishthira Maharaj, but Narada Muni in his previous life was hearing from the Bhakti Vedantas. 3 months, and he became Krishna conscious. And then when the Bhakti Vedantas left, his mother went at night to milk a cow. And she was bitten by a cobra and she died. And immediately, little Narada understood, this is the hand of the Lord. He's making me free now to practice Krishna consciousness. So that is spiritual vision. That I remember one time I was in trouble and Guru Maharaj phoned me, Bhakti Maharaj, and he gave me one instruction that learn to see in your life everything what happens, good or bad, as the mercy of Krishna. And that's the spiritual vision we need. Good or bad. Krishna is a person. And he relates with his devotees in a particular way. Not that he will relate with the Pandavas different than with us. That if we become attached to Krishna, that there's always that verse that from the 10th canto, there Krishna explains how you can recognize someone who has got his mercy. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yasham Anugrinami. So Yasham Anugrinmani. So You can see on Grimani, if I favor someone, what's going to happen? Krishna tells. Arishye tatanam sanai. Then I take away all his wealth, everything he's attached to. Tadanam chant asyasya. Then he becomes very poor, all his wealth is gone. Svajana dukha dukkidam. And he goes to one suffering after another, because his family members reject him. He's now a poor man, we don't need him anymore. You lose everything. That's the mercy of Krishna. Sometimes devotees are too weak and they cannot let go their attachment. They want, but they cannot let go. Then Krishna is merciful. It's like a child. A child is attached to a toy and is playing. And the mother has already said 3 times, now it's time for dinner, you have to come. But the child does not listen, is attached to the toy. And then the mother comes and takes the toys away and the child starts to cry. I must take dinner. Here Krishna does the same thing. My devotee is too attached. And that's only due to illusion. Why are we attached to things in this world? It's like someone embracing a tree and he's calling out, let me go, let me go, let me go, and he's embracing the tree. And then a wise man comes and said, oh, but it's you who are holding on the tree. Oh, that's our illusion. And Krishna says, my devotee is too big. I take away what he is attached to. And then we feel great pain. But we have to give it up by force. And by that, the devotee suffers to never suffer again. Because he gets realization from it. It's not important, it's all temporary, it's futile. So that's Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy can come in various ways. But Krishna vows, I will help my devotee to purify. And that's also his mercy. So see, whatever happens in your life, good as bad, it's Krishna's mercy. Thank you very much. Any question? No?
Like you mentioned, thank you. Like you mentioned, like we already have a relationship with Krishna and we forgot. So this is one point. And another way we see that like we have to cultivate a relationship with Krishna. So what does it mean? Like you have a relationship with Krishna and forgot, and like you have to cultivate a relationship with Krishna.
Yeah, the relationship with Krishna in this material world, in the conditioned state, is dormant. Dormant means we are bitten by the disease of bhava rog, asat trishni. We have thirst we want to enjoy dead things in this world. We want to become the enjoyer in this world, and that covers our relationship. That absorption in attachment and aversion, duality of this world. Krishna says in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 3:30, he said, surrender all your works to me, Krishna. And Krishna says, surrender all your works to me. Always be conscious of me. and act without any sense of proprietor and without any sense of the enjoyer. Act out of duty for my pleasure and fight. Thus action to transcendental knowledge that Krishna is the enjoyer, right? And Krishna is the proprietor and not us. So Krishna says, act out of your real ego, act as a spirit soul, not as the body. But we identify with the body, and therefore we listen to our mind. And we are absorbed in this duality of aversion and attachment because we think ourselves the enjoyer and proprietor. So this too, Krishna says, paripantina, obstacles to the path of self-realization. We must give them up. And unless we give them up, we are in illusion. Our relationship with Krishna is dormant. And increasing that problem, we increase that problem to lust. So most people are engaged in this illusion. Last year in May, I was in Scotland, Karuna Bhavana temple there, and they organized, every year they have a holy festival, and the people of Glasgow, especially young people, they like it, throwing the colours, and that they don't know what it is about. And I was sitting in a tent with a sign, "Ask a monk." And a young lady came to me, and she said to me, "I want to find my soulmate." But what she understands as soulmate is someone who likes what I like and someone who does not like what I like. We are compatible. That's our idea of soulmate. So, but that makes us forget our relationship with Krishna. It makes us identify and absorb in the body. I like what gives pleasure to the body and the mind. I don't like what gives pain, attachment and aversion. And it's that absorption in this illusory duality that makes us forget Krishna. And therefore we must purify ourselves. Purify is the process of unless our heart becomes purified, we cannot have a relationship with love with Krishna. And that's we purify ourselves by hearing about Krishna, by worshipping the deity, by associating with devotees, by chanting the holy name, by living in a holy dham. These are the 5 most potent items of devotional service that purifies the heart. And when the heart becomes purified means one becomes free from this attachment and aversions. It's gone. Lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, envy, that's all what causes this attachment and aversion. And if we can give that up, the heart becomes pure. So, therefore in the chant, in terms of the chanting of the holy name, one must first come to Namabhas. But Namabhas means we can only attain that when we give up the 10 offenses against the holy name. And these 10 offenses, that is all that's based on forms of disrespect. But forms of disrespect means also pritardristi, seeing things different from Krishna. That seeing the holy name different from Krishna. Think it's or misusing the holy name of. So if we can give up these 10 offenses, then by the chanting our heart will become purified. And then Haridas Thakur says, then we will be able to chant Sudanam, the pure name of Krishna. And what's happening when you chant the pure name? You develop love for Krishna. You develop your relationship with Krishna. That's the purification part means giving up our relationship with this world, the illusion. And the second part is develop our relationship with Krishna. So that's, therefore this process of devotional service, of hearing, chanting, remembering the Supreme Lord, it's very, very powerful. And Krishna teaches us through life. You come to so many situations. Every time you think yourself as a controller of the doer, nothing works out. And Krishna gives you that again and again. But that's already Krishna reciprocating in a relationship. It's Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in 4.11 that I reciprocate with my devotees. Tam tateva bhajamyam. That I'm reciprocating with my devotee according to their surrender. So there are different levels of reciprocation. And here in this example of today, we see the highest level of reciprocation with Krishna. Does that help to understand? Good. Thank you very much. We'll stop here. It's 9 o'clock. Good. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.